Hello dear students at the first stage of the middle school. Welcome in a new revision session. Throughout our class we'll be able to identify the main concepts covered throughout our curriculum, trained how to solve the questions correctly and gain the self-confidence to be ready for the exams. Let's start. Complete the following statements. In the atom of any element, the energy level M is preceding by the energy level what and followed by the energy level what. زي ما احنا عارفين انه for energy levels, each energy level has a certain letter starting from K, L, M, N, O, P till Q. يبقى بعد energy level M بيجي L وبعد L بيجي N. Question number 2 بيقول لنا the molecules of elements consist of space atoms but the molecules of space consist of different atoms. على طول يجي في بالنا ان elements they are made up of similar atoms زي النيتروجين زي الأكسجين زي الهيدروجين زي الكلورين والفلورين, all the active gases. لكن compounds they have different atoms with a specific ratio. يبقى على طول ده الفرق اللي ما بين elements والcompounds من حيث nature of the atoms make up each one of them. Complete the following table. Let's have a look at the table here. The following figure represents a part of the periodic table. You have to study it and then answer. هو هنا في التيبل مديني elements X, Y و Z, L and D. ال Y11 دي indicates الصوديوم 11. يبقى مين اللي قبل الصوديوم؟ عندنا الليثيوم وبعدها البوتاسيوم. ما ننساش ان هنا في element تاني اسمه الهيدروجين بس احنا مش حاطينه. احنا اخترنا بس الجزء ده من البريدك تيبل we have to answer the questions based on this part. هنا بيقول لي element L found in which period. طب تعالوا مع بعض نفتكر ال period how it goes. It goes horizontally from left to right. طب how the group goes? It goes vertically from up to down. يبقى نconsider معانا في ال first period الهيدروجين, لكن من أول element X this is period 2, period 3 element Y و period 4 هنلاقي فيها elements X, Z و L and D. يبقى element L موجود في period number 4. And the group number, تعالوا كده نشوف, this is group number 1, 2 and 3. يبقى موجود في group 2A. يبقى letter Z موجود في group 1A, letter L موجود في group 2A, letter D موجود في group 3A and so on. The element D is from what? And it's found in which block? تعالوا كده نفتكر مع بعض ان D ده تبع الترانزيشن elements اللي هم موجودين في D block at the middle part of the periodic table. قبليه ال S block elements في group 1A و 2A وبعديه ال P block elements including بقى ال non-metals لغاية لما نوصل عند ال inert gases. يبقى هو تبع ال D block elements. Complete the following. The closest inert gas to chlorine Cl17. نفتكر مع بعض لما الكلورين هيعمل جين ل 1 valence electron في آخر energy level عنده, هيبقى عنده الأقرب electronic configuration اللي هو الatomic number 18 بتاع الأرجون 18. While the closest inert gas to sodium, الصوديوم Na11. طب تعالوا كده نفتكر electronic configuration 281. After losing that one electron فهيبقى عندي المين number of electrons موجود في الانرجي levels K and L هيكون 2 plus 8 يعني 10, وال 10 ده اقرب electronic configuration للinert gas اللي هو نيون. تمام؟ يبقى أنا على اساس بشوف الاليمنتس هتعمل لوز ولا جين لكام فالنس الكترون وتوصل بيها الاقرب electronic configuration للnearest inert gas. Question number 5 بيقول لنا when the gold leaves of the electroscope are not diverged when the object touches its disk indicates that this object is a not charged أصلا. Question number 6 بيقول لنا the lines of the electric forces starts from which charge to which charge. يبقى دايما بيبدأ من positive charge and it ends at the negative charge. Question number 7 بيقول لنا when a magnet is brought close to pieces of nickel and aluminum. Nickel and aluminum. which is attracted to the magnet while space is not attracted to the magnet. احنا عندنا ال four magnetic materials that will be attracted to the magnet and affected by the magnetic force of a magnet. عندنا iron, steel, cobalt and nickel. ال four magnetic materials دول بس اللي بيتأثروا بالmagnetic force of the magnet. أي metal تاني even if it's a metal it wouldn't be a magnetic material. يبقى أنا عندي هنا النيكل والألمنيوم، مين فيهم المagnetic material؟ النيكل، لكن مين فيهم ال wouldn't be attracted to the magnet؟ الألمنيوم. Question number 8 بيقول لنا fractional forces are considered what forces while gravitational forces are considered as what forces. نفتكر ال contact وال non-contact forces. طالما ال force act on the object while it's touching it or in a direct contact with the body ساعتها هتكون contact forces زي ال friction زي ال drag زي ال thrust وال water resistance وال air resistance. لكن ال magnetism وال gravitational force والelectrostatic forces بيأثروا على الأوبجكت without touching it أو without being in a direct contact with the body وساعتها بنقول عليهم إن هم non-contact forces أو field forces. Question number 9 بيقول لنا mammals obtain oxygen from the atmosphere through what while amphibians obtain oxygen through what. زي ما اتفقنا إن في عندنا different types by which أو different respiratory organs أو structures by which الأورجانيزم يقدر ياخد الأكسجين علشان يعمل ال breathing process أو respiration process. زي ما بنشوف في المامز عندنا ال two lungs وزي ما بيبقى في التيوبس الموجودة في البوديز بتاعت الانسكتس، وعندنا في الأمفيبيانز they breathe through the lungs and the skin. In question number 10 بيقول لنا the succession of night and day results from the earth's rotation around its axis. يبقى زي ما اتفقنا ان في two types of rotation for the earth. One around its axis ودي بتسبب ال consequences أو ال sequence of the day and night every day يعني every 24 hours. لكن في another revolution around the sun ودي بتحصل once every 1 year that causes the sequence of the 4 seasons اللي شرحناهم قبل كده. يبقى while the succession of the 4 seasons it results from the earth's rotation around the sun ودي بتحصل once every 1 year. Question number 11 بيقول لي lemon is a substance that turns the color of litmus paper into what while the toothpaste turns into what. من هنا في السؤال عايز يقدر يحدد إذا كنت أنا عارفة إن الليمون ده acid ولا base وبالتالي هقدر أشوف الإفكت بتاعه على turning the color of the litmus paper. يبقى طالما الليمون is an acid so it turns the color of the litmus paper into red. نفتكر مع بعض كلمة acid it ends by D so if it turns into red so it would be placed into an acid. لكن كلمة base أولها letter B وبالتالي if the litmus paper turns into blue يبقى هنفتكر على طول إن this letter indicates that the substance is a base. Question number 12 بيقول لي the living structure that are found in all living cells are. احنا عندنا ribosomes، عندنا cytoplasm، عندنا plasma membrane، عندنا nucleus. It's basically found in all different types of organisms. Correct. Choose the correct answer. Number 1 بيقول لي the outermost energy level contains 7 electrons in which atom. 7 electrons. هنا ال outermost energy level contains 7 electrons. عندنا هنا فلورين، نيون، فوسفورس، صوديوم. أكبر أتوم في دول فيها 15 electrons فلو جينا نوزع الإلكترونيك configuration بتاعهم هنلاقيها 2 8 5 وبالتالي ما عنديش إن هو 7 electrons في آخر energy level. النيتروجين عندنا تعالوا كده نشوف أدي 2 5 يبقى الكلام ده إيه؟ مش مظبوط. والفلورين عندنا 2 7 يدينا 10 يبقى أنهي فيهم اللي عندها 7 electrons in the last energy level هتكون الفلورين أتوم. والصوديوم طبعا 281 فالكلام ده برضو إيه؟ لا ينطبق على الصوديوم. Period number 4 contains elements from which blocks. زي ما اتفقنا ان period number 4 it passes starting from the left side of the periodic table بال S block elements بعد كده بتبدأ تعدي على ال D block في transition metals at the middle وبعد كده تبدأ تعدي على ال P block elements at the right part of the periodic table يبقى هتعدي على ال 3 blocks of elements اللي هم ال P وال D وال S. In question number 3 you are asked both of ammonia molecule and nitric acid molecule. تعالوا كده نجيب الايه البن. الأمونيا تعالوا نفتكر الستراكشر بتاعه it's NH3 لكن النيتريك أسيد موليكيول HNO3 يبقى ايه هي الاتوم commonly existing between both of them؟ هل يا ترى هي النيتروجين ولا الهيدروجين ولا الكلورين ولا الاكسجين؟ You will observe that it's nitrogen. Which of the following shapes expresses the direction of the mutual forces between two objects؟ تعالوا مع بعض نبص على ال four choices we have. هنا ال forces directed towards the right direction. هنا they are opposing each other، واحدة to the right والتانية to the left. هنا they are facing each other يعني towards each other. وفي letter D both of the forces they are directed to the left. فال correct answer عندنا هتكون letter C. Which of the following figure represents the electric field between two objects with the different charges؟ على طول طالما في different charges فهنلاقي ان ال lines بتاعت ال electric field طالعة من ال positive charge to the negative charge. Let's transfer to another question asking you the following figure represents the phases of the moon at 4 different days. Days without E. In one country. هنا عندنا this is the phase at the 1st of June, at the 8th of June, at 15th of June يعني في نص ال lunar month. وهنا by the end of the 3rd week. what are the shapes of the moon at the 3rd of June? The 3rd of June على طول نفتكر ال crescent. Which one of these phases? It will be presented by phase A. This would be the correct answer during the first crescent of the lunar month. In question number 1, you are asked the isotope of magnesium 24 similar to the isotope of magnesium 25. نرجع نفتكر مع بعض سريعا ال isotopes. They are identical forms of the same element but they have different number of neutrons. يبقى هل يا ترى do they have similar neutron number؟ الكلام ده false. يبقى they are identical in everything. عندهم نفس الatomic number، نفس number of protons، نفس number of electrons but they have different number of neutrons. Question number 2 بيقول لي the elements of the same period have similar chemical properties. طبعا الكلام ده مش مظبوط لان كل element عنده الفيزيكال والchemical properties بتاعته even if it's a metal, non-metal او metalloid او inert gas او noble gases. كل element عنده ال specific features اللي بتميزه. The density of cork is less than the density of water so it floats on its surface. طبعا الكلام ده مظبوط لأنه it depends on the density of the substance. If it's less than the density of water so it floats. If it's more than the density of water so it sinks into the water surface. Question number 4 بيقول لنا the time of the moon's revolution around the earth is equal to the time of the earth's revolution around the sun. الكلام ده مش مظبوط لأن طبعا السايكل والباث أو الأوربت of the moon around the earth it's totally different from the orbit of the earth around the sun. Question number 5 بيقول لنا when a magnet is divided into several parts each part of a new magnet with the north and the south pole. True. Question number 6 a body with a mass of 50 kilogram has a weight of 100 newton at the earth's surface. طب نعرف منين؟ على طول باخد الماس in kilogram by 10 اللي هي gravitational field intensity on the surface of earth. بالتالي الانسر بتاعتنا هتكون 500 مش 100. Entamoeba histolytica is a unicellular protozoan. False. In the full moon phase, في full moon phase, the moon has completed complete revolution around the earth. برضو الكلام ده مش مظبوط. Let's transfer to another type of question about writing the scientific term. The particles found inside the nucleus of an atom with the mass equals to 1/1836 unit will be the electrons because these particles they have the tiniest mass among the all subatomic particles. The simplest pure form of matter that cannot be analyzed into simpler form by physical or chemical methods. This describes an element. Question number 3 بيقول لنا electric attraction between a positive ion اللي هو الكاتاين and the negative ion which is the anion. نتيجة ال positive attraction أو نتيجة ال electrostatic attraction forces between the positive ion and the negative ion هيكون على طول ال ionic bond. Question number 4 بيقول لنا charges accumulated on the surface of the object when they lose or gain electrons. دي على طول هتكون static electricity. لأن كلمة accumulated it indicates that these charges stay أو settle on the surface of the body. Question number 5 بيقول لي the area surrounding the magnet where the effect of the magnetic force appears, it will be the magnetic field. Lines expressing the Earth's gravity هتكون على طول Earth's gravitational field lines and they are all imaginary lines زي ما اتفقنا. Question number 7 بيقول لنا undifferentiated cells that have the ability to transform and differentiate into all differentiated cells of the body each which performs a specialized function زي liver cells وزي intestine cells وزي nerve cells. على طول ده بيفكرنا بالstem cells. Question number 8 بيقول لنا a semi-illuminated area that receives part of the light rays and surrounds the shadow which would be the penumbra. عرفنا منين ان هي penumbra مش الشادو area؟ على طول اول ما شفت كلمة semi. Question number 9 بيقول لنا a type of bacteria that provides nitrogen to the bean plant in the form of a usable compound. زي ما اتفقنا ان عندنا root nodular bacteria they enable the plant to fix atmospheric nitrogen to be able to synthesize البروتينز اللي محتاجها في الجروث و to make new cells وده رجعناه كذا مرة قبل كده. Number 10 بيقول لنا an imaginary straight line extending from the north pole to the south pole passing throughout the earth's center. السؤال ده مهم جدا بيفكرنا بالearth's axis. Let's start the give reason part. In the first one, you're asked, give reason for it. Bacteria, amoeba, and paramecium are classified as microscopic organisms. على طول لأن دول unicellular organisms, we couldn't see them by the naked eye, وبس نقدر نشوفهم under the microscope. So because they are unicellular organisms that cannot be seen by the naked eye, and they are observed under a light microscope. Question number 2 بيقول لي, blood flows in the human circulatory system in a closed cycle. So because the heart, the blood vessels are connected in a continuous cycle. الهارت بيعمل pumping للبلد، البلد بيمشي في البلد vessels بيرجع تاني back to the heart to be pumped again in a new cycle. كل الواي دي بتمشي في closed path. Number 3 بيقول لنا the variation in the length of the shadow cast by one object throughout the day due to the apparent height of the sun changing throughout the day. وقلنا كل ما ال apparent height of the sun gets higher in the sky كل ما الشادو بتاعي gets shorter. Question number 4 بيقول لي water is classified as a compound. نفتكر الwater it's H2O فبالتالي عندنا two different elements make up this compound which are hydrogen and oxygen in a fixed ratio which is 2:1 وبالتالي ده هيكون compound مش element. يبقى because the compounds can be separated into oxygen and hydrogen gases by using electrolysis وبنقدر نفصل ال two elements دول اللي هما الهيدروجين والأكسجين by certain chemical means like الwater electrolysis. Number 5 بيقول لنا the compass box is not made up of iron. ما هي لو هي معمولة من الايرن هتعمل fixing للماجنتايزد needle at the center وبالتالي it wouldn't be able to rotate freely. يبقى to prevent the attraction between the needle and the box material which can affect its movement لأنه زي ما احنا عارفين the compass it's used to detect the 4 geographical directions والcompass needle is characterized by being freely moving. فأنا لو ثبتها وحصل لها attraction في الماتيريال بتاعة البوكس لو معمول من الايرن it wouldn't be freely moving. Question number 6 بيقول لي Sodium and magnesium elements cannot combine with each other to form a compound molecule because both of them are metals and their atoms tend to lose their valence electrons and form positive ions. لأن الصوديوم والمغنيسيوم الاثنين هيعملوا لي positive ions. الصوديوم Na11 فهيبقى 281 هيعمل lose لل1 electron والمغنيسيوم 12 هيبقى برضو 282 فهيعمل برضو lose لل2 valence electrons اللي في الآخر فالاثنين هيعملوا لي إيه؟ هيعملوا لي positive ion. يبقى عمري ما هلاقي electrostatic attraction between positive ion و positive ion لازم positive و negative. So no electrostatic attraction can occur between them. Question number 7 بيقول لي the appearance of the moon phases during the lunar month وده بسبب ان المون changing its position while it's moving around the earth relative to the sun and the earth during its orbit from the east to the west وده بيغير ال illuminated part that receives the sunlight reflected sunlight on the surface of the moon وبالتالي هينتج عن ال 8 phases of the lunar month. Question number 8 بيقول لي a single material can be charged with either a positive or a negative charge. Because it depends on the type of its wrapping material. يبقى على حسب الماتيريال اللي أنا بعمل بيها wrapping. Either it gains electrons أو loses electrons. And it order its electrostatic series. If wrapped with a material higher in the series, so it becomes negatively charged. طب لو عملنا لها wrapping بماتيريال أقل في السيريز بتاعتنا, so it becomes a positively charged. Arrange the following moon phases in ascending order according to the area of the illuminated part of the moon's face in each of the phases. عدى علينا السؤال ده قبل كده في السيشنز كنا بنشرح فيها اللونر اكليبس او المون فيسز. عندنا crescent, quarter, gibbous, full moon, new moon, so they will be divided او they will be arranged in an ascending order from the new moon where the moon is totally dark, لان illuminated part of the moon بيكون facing the sun فاحنا ما بنقدرش نشوفه. بعد كده يبدأ في الكريسنت within the 3 first days of the lunar month. بعد كده الكوادريتشر. بعد كده بعد 3 weeks من اللونر month نبدأ نشوف الجبس. بعد كده after the end of the lunar month بيكون illuminated part facing the earth وبالتالي بيستقبل reflected sunlight on the surface of the earth في الفول moon. Choose from column B that suits in column A. عندنا هنا الأورجانيل ومحتاجين نعرف where do they found. Ribosomes, centrosome and the nucleus. Let's observe where the ribosomes can be found. احنا بنقدر نلاقيها في الانيمال سيل وفي البلانت سيل وفي البكتيريال سيل. السنتروسومز زي ما اتفقنا قبل كده مش موجوده غير في الانيمال سيلز بس, والنيوكليوس موجوده in both of the plant and the animal cell. Let's have a look at the opposite figure. Shows the two positions of the moon 1 and 2 as it orbits the earth. زي ما اتفقنا انه المون while it's moving around the earth بياخد different positions, فاحنا عايزين نعرف اسم المون فيز في position 1. This would be the new moon. لكن لما هيلف وياخد position 2 this would be the full moon. Determine the time of the lunar month when the moon is in position 2. ده هيحصل after passing 2 weeks من lunar month, يعني at the middle of the lunar month. How much of its orbits has the moon completed when it's in position 1? ده طبعا بيكون كمل one complete cycle around the moon. And then we are done by this part of our revision. Hope all of the best of luck and success to all of my dear students. Study well. See you next episode. Bye bye.